All right, y'all, welcome on back to another day of playing demos. Today's demo is Hordes of Fate, a Hand of Fate adventure. A Hand of Fate adventure. There's an entire series of these Hand of Fate games, and I have not played a single one of them, so I'm interested in seeing what they're about. Now, this I know is a action RPG roguelike survivor style game, which is what we focus on this channel. But for all the details, let's do as we always do and head to the Steam page. Alright, here's the Steam page for Hordes of Fate, a Hand of Fate adventure. Return to the world of Hand of Fate. Deckbuilding meets auto shooter in this new title from the original creative team. Draw your cards and carve your way through hordes of lethal monsters. Unlock new heroes, upgrades, and encounters, and stack your hand against the dealer's fiendish challenge decks. So it's a bullet hell action roguelike top-down shooter. It's so funny when you get games like this, they always have a million different descriptors, like just different ones. Like this one has top-down shooter, whereas another one might be arena battler, or another one might be ARPG, but they're essentially all survivor games. So that's why I generally just say, oh, here's another survivor game for the channel. Yep. So it looks pretty interesting. There are currently no user reviews at the time of this recording and no release date. But yeah, let's get stuck on in. Okay, and as always with these demos, what's on the Steam page is what I know about it. Do not do any research. Okay, so we're limited in this demo to one class and I think one area. So the Goblin King, the adventure begins. Descend deep into the forgotten caves and seek out the one who calls himself king. Alright, we're going to be the apprentice. Enemy damage. Enemies cause less damage. Small hordes ambush fewer. Ambushes produce fewer enemies. Okay, so this is difficulty. Looks like we're going to have 4 different difficulties. And we're going to be the trickster. I like the card art. I like anything that's like woodcut, book print kind of thing. A magician, a jester, and a vagabond. Max health 150, crit damage 200%, speed plus 10%. Alright, so here's my loadout. Cast a volley of spells at the nearest target. And gloves of shielding. Manually cast a temporary shield. Okay, let's get in the adventure. Choose an encounter for the timeline. Gain a resource of your choice, gain an enchantment, or gain max life or healing. Let's get an enchantment.
Welcome to a twist on the game of life and death. All things change in time.
Okay, so we have our spells down below. We have gloves of shielding. Let's see. Alright, that's gloves of shielding.
A treasure chest. What more iconic emblem of success could we imagine?
Alright, move speed, max life, or spellbook crit damage. Ooh, God, I want move speed because the guy's kind of going slow, but gotta take that crit increase.
Every tool a mage can create may be used against them.
Alright, my actions are without effort. Without delay I strike. Bestow these powers unto... What would you utter next? Unto myself. Gain an uncommon gold cooldown. Alright, that's cool. So you can... Just like other games, you're choosing what to buff on your deck, but it's doing it in a very narrative way, which is kind of cool. I like that. Increase defense, increase gloves of shielding knockback by 8%. I'm going to increase defense. Oh, I like that it shows what card it's going to be boosting. So knockback, and then it's showing the little Gloves of Shielding card up there. Cool.
A wise decision.
I'm not going up that way first. I want the treasure chest that's over here. Oh my gosh. You move so slowly. Yeah, everything's super slow. I'll get there. I promise.
Do what you can to find more food. Will you be the one to finally usher the undead into true death?
Come on, fill up. I don't like those guys with the barrels.
Here is a man with a particular set of powers turned to mere trade. He ought to be bending the powers of the universe to his will, and instead, he serves you.
You enter the workshop a young enchanter who is said to specialize in drawing magical powers from items. Alright, welcome, the mage says, glancing up from his books and murmured incantations. It's true, I can enchant items, but I'm still a student, not yet able to draw power from all things freely. Show me your gear, and I'll see what calls me. Follow the cards and make your selection. Okay, begin. Can't really follow the cards, it's just random. It's done! I dare say your spellbook sings a sweet song indeed. Devastation. Each spellbook spell is explosive for half damage. Reduce count by 1, increase damage by plus 100. Choose an upgrade. Increase damage. Reduce spellbook cooldown. You know, let's just go with the epic. When in doubt, go with the shiny. Ow. I want all this experience. I don't have a dodge. I don't think I have a dodge. Doesn't feel like I have a dodge. Nope, don't have a dodge.
A treasure chest. Innocently left in a completely safe environment, I'm sure.
Leave a trail of fire as you move. Inflicts fire damage. Alright, we got all these keywords down here. Nice. Lob an explosive bomb at a target. Inflicts frost. So it's a frost bomb, cold snap, and death harangues. Spinning blades. You know what? We're going frost bomb.
I'm surprised to see you turning your back on gold. Deal with them if you will. I would rather leave them be.
A band of tiny gnomes burst out, surrounding you as you pocket the coins from the chest. That oaf's opened it, squeaks one. We can claim the trinket now, crimes another. You glance back into the chest, and sure enough, a small wooden idol rests within. You place it on the ground before the gathering crowd. Oh gosh. Nope, failure. Gnome carefully lifts the idol, then dashes off with his champions close behind. Left on the ground is a small morsel of cake, wrapped neatly in a leaf. Let's eat the cake. Reduce cold snap cooldown by 25%. Increase knockback for gloves of shielding and damage spellbook. We're going to do. I'm guessing spellbook is our weapon because he's holding the spellbook out. So let's do cold snap.
Well, that may help you on the road ahead. Reduce
thrown equipment. All right, we don't have thrown equipment. Let's increase spellbook area or increase move speed. You know what? We're doing move speed. I am moving way too slow, y'all. What's
We
this?
were not going to reach this point without creating some powerful enemies. It seems they have become aware of your presence.
You happen upon an old wishing well. Shining coins gleam below the surface of the water. Etched on a stone, in its side reads a note. Be careful what you wish for. Let's throw some coins in the well. I'm not going to take coins from the well. That's just a curse. Ugh. You grow in power. Alright. Gloves of shielding duration, cold snap area, cold snap potency. I'm gonna do potency. Yeah, let's go for increased defense.
Open the chest, see what it contains. I'm curious. A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite.
No sooner do you open the chest and you hear the chatter of goblins. From out of the darkness they come. More hordes at it. Alright, that cost me more in health than I got back from that chest. Let's get this wisdom spell, see what this is, and then we'll escape. Caught within a dense thicket of brambles, you spy a gilded horn. Long forgotten, the instrument is bound tightly by the plant's thorns branches. Well, I don't have fire, so I can attempt to... Alright. Yay, success.
You are learning.
As soon as your hand touches the horn, the brambles spring to life. You pull your hand back just in time to avoid their snare. Alright. It's going to be a magnet for me, which is nice. Interact speed. That's interesting. Spellbook crit damage and reduce cooldown. Oh, let's interact speed. More interact speed. Cold snap damage increase. Increase max life by 20. Let's go with cold snap damage.
A wise decision.
Increase cold snap potency by 35. Spellbook damage by 15. Equipment area size by 4. Let's go. Gotta go with the epic, right?
Step through.
You have discovered
you dare.
The exit to this area. Failure to pass through the portal will close. Before it closes, will have fatal consequences into the portal. Alright, so we can visit the shop. We do have some food. We need healing. Healing, food, max life. So we choose 2. I almost want to go gold and then shop. Let's see what we get. Healing 50% takes 30 apples. Wow, I would not I would not have chosen what I did. I can re-roll for 5. Okay, let's try re-rolling, see what we get. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Nothing. Alright, let's get out of here. That did not turn out well for us. Gain an enchantment, gain a resource, gain max life, or healing. I think we're gonna need a shrine this time around.
The stench of death is upon everything here. We understand that, you and I.
Catch the Fae. Alright, we gotta catch 12 Fae. Crit damage. Damage for cold snap. Let's do gloves of shielding. Oh, is that the old treasure goblin guy? It is. Ah, he's stuck over there. Come on. Let me get fast. Whoa, big enchantment. Increased gloves of shielding knockback by 200%. I'm not even going to look at the other ones.
Nice indeed.
Give me all this. I think these purple things are the Fae that we have to catch. Yeah. I don't know if we want the shrine yet. Do we want the shrine yet? Let's just take the shrine. Alright, looks like we might have a horde coming in here quick.
Pray if you must. May you receive better results from them than I have in turn.
I think we're gonna pray for healing. We need to heal. Oh my god, really? I think that was a success. You can kind of tell where their cards are going. So the collection thing, like collect the phase, collect this, collect that, which are, I'm assuming, all optional, remind me of a lot of what they did in, or what they're doing in the Deep Rock Galactic Survivor game. Yeah, crit chance increase, we need that. Which, if you haven't checked that out, you should. Even if you're not a fan of the franchise. Like, I wasn't a fan of the Deep Rock Galactic game, but the Survivor is very good.
Treasure. It draws the eye and the hands.
I don't know if there's anything over there. Alright, give me the Fae. Just give me the Fae.
Now the tables have turned and you, the hunter, becomes the prey.
Yep, we know. More Gerblins.
Spirits roaming the darkness. With the struggles, the boundaries are weaker than they've ever been.
Oh, come on. What's this thing? What's this thing over here? Healing spirits. Taking too long, healing spirits. This guy just like following me around all slowly. Yeah, let's drink it.
Well.
Ooh, 45 healing. I like it. Ow. Okay, projectile weapon sends out blades in a fixed direction. Cast a series of lightning bolts that strike random targets and leave a trail of fire. Let's do lightning. Heart of the North. Seated upon a throne of wicker thorns. Well, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Is a shaman of the north. Straw-plated charms and oddities hang around her neck. Hang about her. You are not the one who defeated me, she hisses from beneath her cowl. With a flick of her hand, you're swallowed by a sudden blizzard of snow and ice. We're gonna use Cold Snap. Huge success. I think it was still here. Yes.
Here sets the tone for your challenge.
Cold snap erupts in an explosion of snow and ice, amplifying the effects of the blizzard and pushing the debris away from you. Then, as swiftly as the blizzard came, the winds fall silent and the witch vanishes with them. A fresh blanket of snow now covers the ground around you. Freeze all enemies. Gain cold snap, bigger boom enchantment, and token 1. Get all those things. Alright, I don't want to kill that guy too quickly because I want to get all the face stuff. And we still have 4 to find. Ah, crap. He's dead. Alright.
I do not risk my skin for mere treasure. You do as you see fit.
That's because we're built different, yo.
You would be better to avoid the Fae. It is not my place to tell you what to do, however. The game will determine that.
Release me and I shall enchant your gear to aid your quest. Yeah, alright. Spellbook. Change spellbook. Damage type to fire. Yeah, let's do that. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. I got greedy.
Another of my
greedy.
servants fulfills his duties.
For enchanting an item at the enchanter, you receive Wisdom Stealer. For taking Cold Snap to the Heart of the North, you receive Bigga Boom. Cool, cool, cool. We got 2 tokens, don't know what those do. Alright, upgrades. Ooh. We got 11, whatever. 11 resources. So these are our passives. Pretty common. XP gain, which of course we're going to take that. And, oh my god, move speed. Yeah, move speed is not that great. It looks like you could reset these as well. The Maiden, which we haven't done. Helpful Priest. Black Cauldron, which was there, but we ran out of time, so I was trying to make it back. One last heist. Alright, that's just different categories. Alright, so that's Hordes of Fate, a Hand of Fate encounter. It's interesting. It plays like you would imagine. I really, really like the narrative aspect of it. I like the card art. You know, everything else is pretty cut and dry, what you'd expect in a Survivor game if you're used to this genre. You know, auto-battling. You have a special ability, which in this case was our little shield from our gloves, the little bubble. You can see it on the character on the screen right now. You get to upgrade permanent passives, upgrade current abilities. I'm missing a dodge. Really, really missing some kind of a dodge, some kind of a skirt ability, you know? I really want that. Everything seems to be on this kind of lumbering pace, really kind of slow. And it'd be nice to if they would just up that a little bit, you know, just increase that speed, just, you know, take that knob and turn it up just a little bit more, please. I mean, for a demo, it's fine. For an early access, it'd be fine. I'm gonna keep following this. It's very interesting. I think, you know, I kind of like how quick the levels are, but at the same time, they feel a little too quick, you know, that they go by a little too fast. I think it's to really enforce that you have to pick and choose what you're going to go after. And you saw how I was like, I don't want to kill this last boss that I was on. I don't want to kill him because I want to try to pick up more stuff. And I got greedy because, you know, he died. You know, my range stuff killed him. And I got greedy and was still going around, and I didn't get back, and that's what ended our run. But maybe that's why they're having such short levels, short maps, to emphasize that. But I wish they were a little bit longer. I wish the speed was a little bit faster. But again, it's a demo. They're going to change all this stuff. You know, it's still got to go through the early access also. All right, well, I hope you found that informative. Thank you for joining along. Remember, take care of yourself and have a great day. Cheers.